Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Slip on your galoshes and grab your void umbrella, because we're heading into Koresh. I'm Slidewhistle.
It's your boy, Immunization, excited for Koresh.
And it's me, Aaron, Fire Mage Extraordinaire and Horde Punching Bag. And I just want to say, I am extra excited to see this episode come out, because did you know that Spotify's AI has started adding chapters to our program? They've started randomly harvesting words we say and adding, this last one got 16 different chapters. And so I feel like I have to count every single word. I have to make them important, because who knows if Spotify will decide that that's what we discussed for the last 10 minutes.
Why? Where is it doing this at? How is it?
I don't know.
Where's that display?
It's on the app. When you listen to it on the app, all of a sudden it was split into 16 different sections. This last one featured intro, undermine, dark fuse farms. What do I use these cans on? Midnight's housing, leveling trees, interview with Kloppenklau. Part 2. China celebrates 20 years of the tiger. Mop Classic, Titan Reforged Classic servers, BOEs dropping from Raid. Mage Tower appearances will not be attainable, period. For some reason, it added 2 there. 6-month reward, top 2, like the number, and patron announcements. I'm like, you know what? That's batting at like a B average. That's pretty good.
My favorite chapter is, what do I use these cans on?
What do I use these cans on?
Let's label this chapter, Why AI Sucks. I don't want them
Why
listening.
AI sucks. If I say it enough, maybe they'll know.
Why are they? Can we turn it off? Why are they listening? Why are they listening to our podcast? Who are they reporting this information
it's
to?
It's also weird because I checked and it did it for the last 3, but then when I went back to an older one, it wasn't there. So I guess only recently have they deemed us important enough to mine for content.
That's weird.
Thanks, Spotify. I don't like that you do that. Please stop. But continue, but only if it's funny.
Yeah, make it funny. If you're in the UK and you have to show your ID to hear this episode, well, I guess it's too late. But if it hasn't happened to you, we'll mail you the episode. Just give us your email so you don't have to go through all that if you don't want to.
We'll put it on a cassette and we'll put it in the post for you. It'll get delivered by a flying owl.
I like that you specifically said mail, so I'm like, oh, what media are we going to be shipping now to the UK?
Just get a bunch of carrier pigeons, or they go back to the olden days. Or we can go to the newen days of Koresh.
So, this is coming out on Friday, and Koresh drops on on the Tuesday following.
That is correct. Yes, that is correct.
Oh, nice.
So I know a lot of you guys in the DN Army listen on Monday, so hypothetically, it's the day before the patch, and, we're excited, everyone's excited. I feel like it's about time we have some, we've had, this slow drip of content of things that are to tide us over, but I'm excited for some, actual new story content in game. New season coming, raid, all the above. This is the shit I live for in game,
Yeah, they dropped a blue post with basically a lot of the things we've already talked about. I'm looking for anything that we haven't, and I feel like we did a pretty good job covering it all over these past couple weeks.
Speaking of covering it, it was written by eternal DNR enemy Squishay. But also, I read his little blurb at the bottom there. Do you know that he is a fellow podcast content creator?
Yep.
We've been in direct rivalry with him all this time.
But no, he just started it. It's like him and 2 other goobers. I don't remember who, but it's like a specific one that started a couple months ago, I think.
Well, I'm glad to know that he started well after us, so I can say that he's eating our dust on this one. Try to catch up, buddy. But a big section that, there's many parts to this blue post, but a big section I want to highlight is we are now going to do a fashion photo review of these tier sets. Ooh. I will admit the mage one does not give me a thrill.
See, the mage one, for the audio listeners, which is all of you, yeah, it's basically a classic mage set. Just imagine it with feathers. That's pretty much just a hat and shoulders with feathers.
Yep. I swear we've had this. It just looks like the Immunization set, but less. You got your hat. You got your big. Well, the shoulders look more like the season 1 of TWW. Suffice to say, it all looks very derivative. This last season, when we were like a weird, like crystal necromancer looking guy, that was pretty neat. But I guess we had a cool set, so now we got to fall back on our haunches.
Yeah, I think the mage one gets a boot, honestly. Like, there's nothing new or exciting about it to me. I mean, I guess okay, so several of the sets have like that on their shoulder, like the evoker one does too, where it's like on the shoulder pieces there's like this orb of like energy, maybe, and that's probably the most noteworthy thing to me about this.
Yeah, it's not that special. It's pretty, the evoker one also isn't that special. The evoker one, I feel like you can kind of combine the set pieces from like a Mirror plus like just their basic clothes.
All in all, and we'll talk about the specifics for the two of you as well, but most everyone's theme here seems to be pretty muted. Did we get like our hands hit by a ruler when we were going too crazy last season?
Wait, what do you mean? Like they're like, you looked too cool last time.
Well, I don't know. Like I didn't see a lot of other tier sets. I just know the mage one was really cool, and something must have happened because the design seems to be really boring. Maybe it's just because they're all purple on a purple background, but it seems like we're not getting big fancy shoulders. We're not getting crazy hats. It's just like, it almost looks like leveling gear, not to insult it like that, but like it does not scream to me, this is a reward from a raid. It's just like green gear, green gear.
Yeah, the monk one kind of looks like that too. It just kind of looks like a mop starting zone outfit. It's just like big bulky shoulders. It's hard to tell because Draenei hoofs are there. Maybe the coolest thing is, do they have tusks coming out of the face mask? That's kind of cool. The priest one though, the priest one is lit. Maybe I gotta play Squirm. It looks like it looks like it's made for a shadow priest. Now I don't know if we're looking at the normal heroic or mythic version, but it's very decadent, very purple and golden robes. It's got the shoulder spikes, it's got the shoulder particles, but they're like void balls. Like, that's cool.
It's giving void mage to me. Maybe I just associate purple and gold with mage in particular, like the design. Like, at a quick glance I'm like, oh, this looks Kirin Tor-esque to me, but then you have like cool ass like void shoulders, so, and spiky shoulders. I think this is perhaps the best set here.
Have these sets influenced who you might play Immune? Because right next to that sick ass preset is, in my opinion, one of the most boring hunter sets I've ever seen.
Yeah, talk about leveling sets. The hunter one, literally, if you told me this was a Revendreth leveling set, I would believe it. It has like a trench coat, or like, not a trench coat, but like the bottom of a trench coat,
Yeah,
like how a lot of the like Revendreth things have. And other than that, it just looks really basic. The chest looks like a tabard, honestly.
Tabard chest. Make that a chapter, AI, Spotify.
And then we flip-flop to, I don't know if you'll be holding on to Pumice in this next season, but I would have to say Shaman is one of my highlights. Maybe just because they stuck it on a panda woman, but that headpiece looks really neat.
Yeah, for the audio people, it's a big wolf head with a blue ponytail coming out the back, and I'm talking like a big blue ponytail. Though the rest of the outfit is kind of giving Warlords of Draenor, Shadow Moon Valley.
Yeah, but like, honestly, the ponytail's a highlight. But speaking of ponytails, like, I saw a TikTok the other day where there's this content creator who was talking about the warrior set, and he did like a 360 of it, and this does not do it justice. It has a ponytail on it. Like, I don't know why they didn't bother showing or highlighting that here. It's like the like energy bits that are on the chains there that look like they're like purpley, pinky, glowing. There's like a ponytail out of the back of the helmet that is that same color.
Ooh, how many inches we talking? Does this thing, does girl's pony go all the way down to her butt crack?
It like defies gravity a little bit and goes out backward.
What if all the sets have a ponytail and they're just not turning them around so we can see them?
The concept of the monk one having a ponytail when it like doesn't even go over the head.
It could have like a little rat tail that just kind of juts out of like the bottom of the head covering the neck. I'd love that, especially if it swung around as I did all my acrobatic moves.
But yeah, I think overall these sets are like not my favorite. Maybe they'll look better in person like the Warrior one, so we'll see. I mean, I feel like it's been a while since I've like had a raid set where I'm like, hell yeah. So, I don't know.
Luckily, as a Worgen, I'll be hiding all the important things anyways because they clash. So, I guess as long as the skirt looks good, that's all that matters for me.
I'm reading about the Echo Dome in Koresh, and I'm confused because this is the one where they said we're getting it after the raid, right?
Yes, well, I think we might gain access to it, but I believe the dungeon takes place after the raid. So the events in the story happen after the raid.
Okay, but we'll have the dome before then, because it says once you've completed Chapter 4 of the campaign, Shadows on Guard, you'll get a new quest, the Oasis from Umtalad in Tazavesh, which will send you to the Ecodome. A lot of details for something we don't even have a grasp of yet. It's kind of funny. Just seems like it's just going to be our daily hub, basically. Which, I mean, hey, Hemet Nessingwary Jr. is going to be here. Everyone's favorite bad boy. Well, actually, isn't he the good boy? He's the good boy.
Is Hemming Nessingwary Sr. a bad boy? I mean, they both hunt, which is a reprehensible pastime. But what makes Junior so beloved?
It is Senior, not Junior, who we're hanging out with. I think
Thank
Junior...
God. I hate Junior. Goody two-shoes. Man doesn't even hunt the right way.
Well, maybe now, he's going to retire as a conservationist, and he's going to live his life in our Ecodome. He's going to be one of our exhibits. Here we have a man who shooting dwarf man.
It would be kind of funny if he was stuck in there, and then like just take away his gun, and that's like very obviously not his like natural habitat because he can't hunt.
I can't kill these animals. Although, didn't he actually? It's all coming back to me. I think he's the goody two shoes, didn't he? I think he basically was like, "I'm not shooting ever again." I think he like denounced his shooting ways.
I mean, maybe he's an ecologist now. Maybe that's why he's here.
Pulling up his Wikipedia page to see what's the last thing Senior was up to. Because yeah, it was Dragonflight that we hung out with him. At an unknown point in time, Hemet decided to retire. However, after learning about the Dragonscale expedition to the Dragon Isles, he decided to join in for a bit of fun. He was accompanied by his son, stationed at Camp Nowhere, and while Hemet gave the caravan rides, pulled by Tiny and Junior. Okay, so he just was a taxi driver.
That's crazy. Imagine retiring your days as just like an Uber. And then it's like, oh, we're going into space to another deserted, desiccated planet. And it's like, they're gonna need Ubers over there. It's Rendell 2.0. We can corner the market, me boy.
He's just like a cab driver, or specifically around like the Ecodome. It's like bigger than we like thought it would be, and you like need a flight path around it.
He just has the Koreshi version of like a rascal, and it's like, hop in me basket. It's like, it's slightly faster than walking.
Do you guys have your loading screen backgrounds for this patch yet? Like, did you get your Galaccio background and your...
Yes, I did that long ago.
What are you talking about?
The Warband Camp. In 11.1, they added the Galaccio background for getting the meta achievement for Undermine, and then a Isle of Dorn for getting the meta achievement for the first part, and then I think it's just if you did enough delves, you get like, oh god, I don't even know where it is. It's like a random delve in Hollowfall. You can hang out there too.
Yeah, the one where the purple circles shoot from the sky if you walk in them. I forget what the name of that one is.
You're in a big cave, I want to say it's like Skittering Hollow. You're in a big cave, and usually there's a ship, and then you fight a lot of the Hollowfall cultists, whatever their name was. And they talk about Renalath's coming, watch out!
Yeah, I know what delve you're talking about. I don't remember its name, but I don't think I have any of these. Would you have needed like Sojourner of like this to get the meta achievement?
No, it's its own achievement list. So if you go under the achievements, go to Exploration, go to War Within, and just scroll down until you see the ones that have rewards. There's a big reward this, reward that.
The one for Undermine's name was I'm Going Goblin Mode, which is just a lovely treat of a name.
I saw one of them when I was in there. You get a title called Echo Chaser, but you have to do Radiant Echoes, and I was like, I guess I'm not getting that one.
Yeah, that is not my bag, which is crazy because I probably have like a million zillion of the currency, but it's just like, that's not fun. I'm not doing that.
Are there even groups that farm it anymore, you think?
There's got to be at least one group just trying to do like a last minute something to do. That's what I've been doing. I've just been going through my achievement tab and being like, what reward do I want that I don't have to spend too much on? So I'm like, oh yeah, I can kick the can 25 times. I've only kicked it 14 times, so that seems easy enough.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time over this last week because the Diablo event ended and the Mists of Pandaria Classic, like, do the intro area and get them out, both ended, like, within the last few days. So I was just, the sheer amount of groups that were farming all of the Diablo shit in Undermine, like, very last minute, like I was. I'm like, okay, so all of the WoW's player base procrastinates, but also wants all these cosmetics that we probably won't ever use.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Did you get them? Did you get all of them?
I did. I grinded it out over the course of like 2 days. I mean,
Wow.
like, I don't think it would have taken me like that long if I would just sat down and did it all in one. It just like, I can only do it for so long. And then I was like, I got too high, or I wanted to play Donkey Kong.
Especially because after the 10th one, they start giving you like 1 and 2, right?
Yeah. So if you were like me and like waited like until the last week and a half, then like you just don't get those bonuses anymore. So then it's like you either get just 1 from each chest or like 5 if you're lucky. So it took a while.
I said, I don't want the Warrior and Death Knight set. I'm not going to use them, so I'm giving up on those 2. I have the rest. That's fine. Don't need them.
Interesting that was it just like matter of elimination? You got some that you're interested in, and then you just started going down the list, and Warrior and Death Knight were the ones you were least interested in.
They just
It's interesting to me that you would get some for some that you don't have mains on, I guess.
Well, they look cool. The Death Knight and Warrior ones, I'm never gonna use those. They're just like if I were to main a Warrior tomorrow, I am not. I feel like they have way cooler sets than what they were offering. The day that I get my Warlock as a main, I'm gonna have a lot of cool shit for him. Let me tell you, Tapeworm's gonna be dressed to the nines.
When Tapeworm inevitably comes back, will you make him the race he actually is supposed to be? Or will he continue to be a Dark Iron cosplayer?
I think he's just gonna be a cosplayer. I don't think I'm spending any money on him. But I also forgot that I was leveling my Manaree Warlock, Lars. And like, I think I like the aesthetics of a Manaree Warlock, Draenei Warlock, more than Tapeworm. Also, I have so many dwarfs. I've got too many fucking dwarfs at this point.
You'll have all the shit ton of dwarfs, it's true.
Yeah, it probably, after all this time spending millions of hours on a dwarf, it's probably nice just to see a body type that is different, to see a big guy.
Yeah, especially when, like, again, because they're dwarves, sometimes their weapons just drag into the ground, and I'm like, can we just, like, raise the height of this guy just a little bit? Like, or make the weapon, like, not crash into the ground, please? Okay, have you guys had a bug where whenever you go to transmog, your entire computer, like, reloads, or, like, the entire WoW, like, rebuilds itself? I talked about the rebuilding before, but not with transmog.
I can't say I've had that happen to me, no. I mean, I do have bugs like on my like warband screen where like the screen just glitches out and all the buttons like disappear or barely show up, a la like missing no.
Why does this game not work? No, I can't say I've had those, but I've had as of recent where it decides the camera must be in front of me looking backwards, and I adjust it, and then it switches back. And it's like, what's going... I don't know. I know it's constantly evolving. They're adding new patches and stuff, but it seems like there's new glitches and issues every other week, and it's like, where are these coming from, my friend?
Yeah, I don't know. It was happening on both of my computers, like my work laptop and my PC desktop here, where like I would go to transmog and then all of a sudden it would just like everything would tear down, rebuild, and then I couldn't see my sets. It wouldn't show me my transmog sets. I had to reload. Then it stopped happening on my home computer, and now it only happens on my work computer. And someone in trade chat was like, "Oh well, are you on an SSD or a hard drive?" And I was like, "I'm on a hard drive because it's a laptop." And they were like, "Well, that's your problem." And then someone was like, "Well, I'm on an SSD and it's happening to me, so what's my problem?" And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I mean, I'm on SSD, and then my warband screen flips out, and it like sometimes just in general flashes, and I'm like, I need to like just choose a character quickly, or else I'll like have like epilepsy or something.
They're gonna Pokemon Porygon episode you.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't know how to say it properly.
So I'm going to break a long-standing dry spell, and I'm pulling a game here, particularly a time warp. So this one's a little bit of a toughie. I was looking through the raid bosses of Operation Omega Dome and realized none of these guys are very interesting or have memorable names. So tell you what, this is a raid that takes place with brokers and the God, why did I forget their fucking the ethereals? I feel like they reuse a lot of words. I want to give you guys 40 seconds and just give me as many of the vague words that are always used in their names. And losers gotta drink a drink, okay? We will start in 3, 2, 1, go!
Purple.
Mana.
Soul.
Storm.
Bind. Mask.
Void?
Epiphany. Charles Manson. Forge. Omega.
Ooh. Dome.
Mana Forge. Plexus Sentinel. Lumathar.
Well, that's
Fractalus.
you're just fucking cheating.
Dimensius the Overpowered.
It means nothing now. Well, let it be known. Cheaters have no fun. Cheaters are loved by no one. But Slide was winning because he pulled out Forge and Soul, which were featured in the Soul Hunters and Forge Weaver Araz.
Wow. Okay. I will drink my drink quickly.
That's what we in the business call a shot in the dark. A shot in the arm. We needed a game and I didn't know what to do. I'm so lost. The content needs to come out soon.
I wonder what AI is going to call this section.
I kind of wish that we had more time in between I got a lot of little fun things I could do. I want to go through my achievements while I have time. You know, once they drop the patch, that's it. It's Keys and Raid. They dropped the renown track for the what are their names? The new people we're hanging out with.
For the people or for the raid? Does the raid also have a rep?
The raid will have a rep, yes, but it is out of 15 and not 20, so it is faster to complete to get the ground mount that won't be used.
Honestly, thank God. The 20 for the Undermine raid felt like forever. I mean, I feel like 15 is still probably a little bit longer than what we would normally take? Because I feel like ideally it lines up with just a little bit past what you would spend progging on whatever your ideal difficulty is, right?
Yeah, I kind of like 20. I kind of like that I got to take more alts in and do more things, and then people stuck around a little bit longer because they had to, holding them hostage. We don't have that feeling anymore in WoW where you got to do these things if you want the thing, and everything is now it's made for every player.
I guess you know what? I was complaining also of the 20, but you do raise a valid point. It made people continue to do it, considering the 21st week came around and we were all gonzo.
Right, exactly. During this time, I found the new faction, the faction name of the rep. So yeah, this is like the Undermine Cartels, not. It's like the main rep that we were getting. This one is the Koresh Trust, and there are 20 of them. The rewards aren't doing it for me again. I wish they'd make the rewards a little more juicier. Like, for I think it's for Renown 7, you may acquire Veteran Chest Armor, item level 668. 668? I got gear right now bigger than that.
Hopefully its Mog is cool or something. I mean, honestly, it probably is on par or cooler than the raid set.
Are we too epic now? Like, do you feel like the experience is being scaled back for a more casual user base?
I will say, I don't think that any renown gear reward has ever been an upgrade for me. Ever.
I guess when leveling, maybe.
Because I think that just means that it's like able to be purchased or picked up on like maybe it's more so for alts.
I guess that's valid. Yeah. I guess I just always think of it when I'm first going through. Like, I did pick up some shoes in the Ringing Deep that I was like, wow, these are really helpful. But I guess that was the only time that happened. Never once in the Undermine was I was like, this is a genuine upgrade for anything I have.
Yeah, I guess maybe what I really want is just like more toys. I guess like rank 5 is like speak with Sirik and Tazabesh to get a pouch of resonance crystals. I got enough resonance crystals. Like, do I need more? I guess they're probably gonna be adding more rewards for me to spend crystals on, but I'm like, where's the cool shit at? Tabard at 10, bigger treasures at 11, the knowledge books, cosmetic shoulders, more resonance crystals, a Koreshi ribbon stash. That could be something.
It's probably just a currency that you don't want.
At Renown 15, you may acquire. They really butchered the word acquire, like really butchered it. ACRUIQRE.
What the fuck happened, guys? Did you get the Spotify AI on that one too?
Like they really fucked that one up. It's a mount though. You get a mount at 15, the Ruby Void Creeper.
That's what they used to call me in high school. I'd be below the bleachers.
You're going,
and I would just be down there. I wouldn't do anything untoward. I would just be below the bleachers. And they'd be like, oh my god, there's the Ruby Void Creeper. He's so respectful of our privacy. Other than, being down there.
Why do they call him the Ruby Void Creeper?
Because I love to eat Twizzlers when I'm down here.
No.
When you come down here, there's so many loose Twizzlers, it's the Ruby Void.
You can come down here and acquire some Twizzlers.
But no red vines. I choose not to acquire any of those. They make my tummy hurt and my poop stink.
Wait, is that real? Do red vines make your poop stink?
They're just too waxy. I've always been a Twizzler head. If you come at me with the big red vine that is wound together like string cheese, I would say, no, sir, I do not enjoy.
In high school, our band director would give out red vines during band camp and trips. So, like, that was, like, the only time I ever had them. Am I just remembering differently, or are they, like, more cinnamony? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I don't really know.
I guess I don't know nothing about red vines, if I'm being honest. I also don't really like Twizzlers, but because I don't like Twizzlers, I never really had a red vine. I just know that they're like a funny name to say when Twizzlers comes up. Did we know that the new delve we're getting is in Dragonflight?
No, where is it? I don't know anything about this. So it's called the Archival Assault? Where is it?
Yes, we did know that. It takes place in the one dungeon, the Violet Hold, not Violet Hold. The dungeon where
Azure
you go in.
Vaults.
Yes, and Cinder Ghost says like, my husband left a lot of fucked up guys in here. I'm so sorry, bro.
Now, I don't know if we have this info. It says, using the Rushy Wraps will unlock unique challenge gateways to bosses or challenge rooms. Then it says, you may also get a glimpse of your friends within the delve, or even / mourn them as you observe their ghost from where they died. I'm about to see where everyone died and be like, oh, you died in the archival Azure Vaults?
Oh.
Yeah, actually, we did know that part in particular. It was like, okay, so it was in that one, was that the Wowcast, where it was like a 15-minute video where they just kept saying big thing after big thing after big thing. This was something that like is sandwiched in between two other really big things. So like obviously we didn't really harp on it too much because it's a delve, and I feel like in general we don't. I feel like other things we find more exciting than delves. But then yeah, the concept of like somehow your friends echoing through here, and then also the delve in particular is the where Nexus Princess Kaiveza, the raid boss, her story ends. So I guess this is where she went after she left in what was the raid called?
Palace.
Nerebar Palace. Yeah, I was gonna say the Queen Ansarek one.
We get to beat her at like she's the what's the name?
She's the Underpin. She's the Zymox. She's the last guy.
Ugh, I need to kill the underpin on question mark still. I just don't think it's not fun. Kicking bombs into robots is such a stupid mechanic that I'm like, this ain't fun.
That's why you gotta brute force it like me, and you gotta not kick and not get rid of the robots and just scorch that guy for 45 minutes.
You did that on question mark on the second one on the
No,
hard.
no, I did not.
Oh my god, I can do that.
So
Fuck.
I'm sure that it hits a lot harder and it's a lot tougher. But on standard, yeah, after dying a few times, not kicking the bombs and getting hit by robots, I go, what if I just ignored them? And then the entire battlefield was covered in like fire, and I was like, scorch, as I like ran for my life.
We have some PvP updates that maybe will entice us back into our war mode days.
Okay, I'm listening.
Several PvP talents will be updated with this content update, and players will be able to undertake a new world quest to vanquish their foes on Vanquisher's Wake Island. This new point of interest is a perfect spot to hang out for those seeking to go toe-to-toe in some outdoor PvP battles.
Controversial take. If we are accruing a certain amount of points for this weekly, only give it via killing enemies. That's where TWW went wrong. That weekly quest, you could get it from killing enemies, but also from killing world bosses, and so everyone just opted to do that, and it was really lame. I'm saying force the violence, force the faction warfare. That's how we fix this thing.
I agree. You know, I think one of the best PvP like areas that they did that we played was Legion with the towers that had Greymane and Sylvanas yelling at the top. Like, remember they're like, champion, come defend the tower. The Horde are attacking,
yeah.
And we'd like play tower defense. We'd like run up them and like fight out people, and like that was cool.
I honestly forgot about that. It just like came back to me. I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing.
So we would just go camp out.
Even that one, though, you could clear those world quests by just killing mobs around. I'm saying force our hand. Make it where we have to kill people. If there's too many Horde guys there, just call for backup. I want no excuses. We have to fight each other.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like this is going to be one where it's even just like, kill other Alliance people so they can whisper you and be like, why are you fighting me? I was fighting NPCs.
That is I could go on, we're at the 34-minute mark. I could go 34 more minutes just talking about the one, like the all for yourself, the fight anyone pits, and how that was the worst idea ever.
It's so bad, and I get why they did it, just because like they wanted some kind of PvP, and they must be a very unbalanced horde to alliance bait, like, or something. But like, it's just not fun. And like, I don't know. I would rather kill hordes than like kill a night elf. You know, like, I mean, I know Aaron would probably be like, yeah, let me kill the hordes and night elves, but
Well, I killed a lot of elves because there's a lot of elves on both sides of the conflict. But yeah, I'd rather wait. I'd rather go to the boards and amass like everyone. Let's come together and fight these guys, rather than be like, well, I guess I can just launch fireballs and tip my toe in and out of the PV, like the all for one zone, and hope to get some points.
Dude, launching fireballs would be so effective with all the mounts he has. That boy's gonna weigh a ton.
The amount of Elix this guy has, the amount of Zulian tigers, and everyone would be coming in because they'd want to be like, how'd you get that tiger?
I feel like all they have to do is just add a cool, unique mode to PvP, and we'll get back in. We talk about it whenever we always do this. You know, Najatar Bridge, Warden Towers, I just mentioned for the first time in a while. But don't forget, we BFA, we were roaming Vol'dun, skinning those horde, camping them as they came back, getting our world tours.
they need to make Najatar Bridge a PvP battleground mode. Like, just have it push back up and forth on the bridge, and then add like bosses like in the horde town up there and in the alliance base or something. I don't know, it's something, but like, I just think so highly of PvP on that bridge. It was just another level, honestly.
They have Terran Mill in the game. I mean, Terran Mill, and I always forget the other half of the sentence. Terran Mill and whatever the fuck the other zone is, which is basically was just outdoor world pushing back and forth, and they made it into a battleground. I will say, though, they have a lot more real estate than what they would have for the Najatar Bridge, because it would just be our town, bridge, their town.
They knew what they were doing.
what
They
I'm
were
saying.
fucking slick. Putting New Home and like Menace Tirith or whatever ours was called, maybe like a quarter mile away from each other. I think that was the secret sauce. The further you separated them, the less effective and less focused Najatar Bridge would have been. But they knew putting those fuckers right next to each other, it's like, ooh, we got something good on this one.
Ooh, we know there's going to be conflict if we put them literally a stone throw away from each other.
Why was New Home like 8 times the size of our base? Our base was like a fucking
because
pothole.
Scrogs lived there, because you had to have a cave that a Scrog could live in. Meanwhile, all we had was the tiniest, fishiest of men.
The skinny fish boys. It's like, yeah, they could live anywhere. They're so skinny.
When are the Waveblade and Cohen going to fucking pay their debts to us and show up and fight? We fucking, they didn't do anything for us, really, in any kind of war, right? We cleared out Nashatar for them.
I raised those 3 boys from youths to functional adults, or at least like 2 of them. I think I gave up on the 3rd one. When is Wave Seeker Gurgle gonna come and give me my due?
Well, you see, the precedence that WoW has set states that they actually will show up at some point, but they will join the Horde.
Ugh.
You didn't pay attention. You didn't get enough crabs out of fountains in my world quest, so I've betrayed the entirety of your organization.
Tyrande pissed me off a little bit, so...
And then there will be like one Gilbin that's like, hey, I'll hang out with you.
Hey.
I don't want you, Gilbin. I don't want you in the Alliance. Come on, Alliance Goblins. It's happening.
No, don't speak this into existence. And now for our next chapter, who has the sexiest feet in World of Warcraft? Do you think the AI will record that?
Yes, and also, is this serious? Because now I'm thinking,
I don't think so. Because
what are...
I mean, who
Okay.
Xalatath, right? I mean, who else's feet that isn't nasty? Because the feet we see are the Horde feet, usually.
I like Illidan's hooves.
Xalatath is the only person that I know of in World of Warcraft that has, I believe, multiple add-ons created that impose her feet, like weak aura style, over the screen, hovering down from the top, like she did in that scene.
Excuse me, what? There's a weak aura where just a PNG of her feet descends to the middle of the screen?
So you know how, like, in that one cutscene, she entered feet first from
Of
the top of the
course.
screen? There is a WeakAura that somebody made that just has that from that video, or like from her model, I think, in game. So like hovering from the top of the screen.
For some reason, in my head, you didn't say Xalatath. You said Urel. And I was like, Urel's cloven hooves?
God,
Well, okay,
I'd
well, you raise a good
wish
point, though. Like, Urel's hooves are pretty hot.
The amount of brown orc babies she stepped on with those hooves. That's a powerful allied set of hooves.
I would want to be squished under those hooves.
Is Illidan hooved, or does he have nasty long toenails? I forget.
Illidan is hooved. He has goat legs. He looks like a satyr
Why does he have goat legs?
because he's a demon.
But no other demon hunter has goat legs.
Because I guess they didn't get as nasty as he did. I swear to you. I'm gonna be so fucking mad. I'm gonna lag my own recording here.
No, he has
Illidan
hooves. He has hooves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I swear he has hooves.
I'm just trying to like imagine. Okay, so like we have had feet all of our lives, right? And then imagine one day instead of feet, you have clompers now. Like that's crazy.
So, like, not only are you blinded, but then also you're... Well, does he know?
Oh, maybe he doesn't know.
Would you be able to feel the difference?
I can't wait to get back to Tenaris and put my toes in the sand. And they're like, what? Illidan, look down. Oh, beans, I'm a goat.
What did you think that sound was when you were walking on tile, Illidan?
I thought I had some sick new shoes.
I thought I had my tap dancing shoes on. I thought, what's-her-face threw those in the prison with me.
I thought you were playing the coconut trick on me, walking behind me, banging them together every time.
Also, where'd you go? I am also blind.
A little guild update. So basically we have a lot of people in the guild. We are looking at a little bit of a purge, so we might be purging people who we can for sure confirm aren't in the guild anymore, or like haven't logged on forever and nobody cares about, which is really hard, right? Because like, how do you know truly if that's the case? So we had an officer meeting the other day, and Galen brought this up, and I said, okay, I am okay with this, but I have a single request. I said, if the alt belongs to Kim Stabs a Lot, we have to keep the alt in the guild, because she was in a guild with somebody from NSYNC, and I need... and they were like, what are you talking about? When I tried to explain the story to them.
We need that Nick Cannon connection.
Nick Cannon, that's who... Yeah, wait, no, not Nick Cannon. Nick Carter, yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, hey, I forgot who it was.
Everyone's in a guild with one of Nick Cannon's kids. He's got like 17 of them at this point.
I mean, chances are we all have been, right?
How do we find her blog again? We were able to do it before.
You were the one who found
Fuck.
it. You'd be the one with the keys to the castle.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to work hard to find this. 'Cause I need to archive it. I realized I need to start archiving stuff just so I have it, in case they shut stuff down, in case she deletes her stuff.
I have said that forever. I am still kicking myself that I did not get the Machinima video where Tomahawk Tricks talked about the glitch in Skyrim where you can pacify a wolf. That used to be my go-to fall asleep video for so many years, and with the fall of Machinima, so too did that video go, and honestly, my adult life hasn't been the same since then.
I'm telling you guys, download the videos you love today, because they might be gone tomorrow.
Did you know that TWW is over after this?
Yeah, this is the last patch, the last Titan.
That's weird. I guess, no, it's weird. I guess it's almost been a year. Yes. Because it was August, right? When it came out?
Yes.
But
Wait.
It was August of last year, right?
Wait, why is this math not mathin' in my head? This should be right. This should be...
Yeah, so it was released... We're coming up on the 1 year of War Within. I mean, I guess they said that, like, it didn't necessarily need to line up with the 2-year thing. But the thing is, like, we could also have a season 4 where it's just, like, an in-between one where there is, like, the past Mythic Plus stuff, but doesn't have a new raid or whatever. And also, like, it could just be like a 1.75 year thing or 1.5 year thing instead.
Do not feel like you need to rush on any rep or any fun activity in Koresh, because it sounds like we're going to be here for a while.
I mean, I think I might have to rush the rep because then I gotta go back and get my Undermine rep finished off because I'm still sitting here with Steam Weedle not even that exalted, and they're the ones that I've been focusing. So I've got work to do. I think I've never really left a rep on the table before. I don't think one that was like important rep, obviously.
Yeah, like, I'm not done with all of the individual goblin reps, so I don't know, like, if I I guess it'll be a question of how much I care.
Yeah, and it's gonna really the Winds of Wisdom thing was really really nice. Just like I've been doing my world quests in Undermine for the first time since the patch dropped, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting a lot of rep. This is pretty cool.
It physically hurts me to see a rep page that isn't all filled, to the point that if there's some that are weird and like you can't just naturally fill them, I will hide them. Court of Harvesters had to go in Shadowlands. I was not ready to have that hang above my head for the rest of my life. Cobalt Assembly had to go.
Wait, you didn't get you didn't get Cobalt Assembly rep?
I did not know because you got it when it was glitched. Immune and I had to do it when it wasn't glitched and it was hard to do. He did it.
I
did not.
That. It's such a stupid grind. I mean, and I was actually just thinking about that during this show because, like, you talked about, like, the fight pits or whatever that are, like, Alliance and Horde, and, like, that was a big part of that area, and I would just stay away from it.
I thought it was a pretty quick rep grind.
Because you did it when it was glitched!
It wasn't glitched, it wasn't nerfed yet. The Winds of Wisdom change, the leveling boost and the rep boost goes away August 12th. So you still have quite a bit of time to plink away at some stuff if you are so emboldened to do so. Or you can just, do whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I might, over, like, between now and when the patch comes out, I will definitely be grinding a little bit more in Undermine. That's probably what I'm going to be doing between now and Koresh. So we'll see.
I realize I don't have the meta you shall not pass either, and all the ones that I'm missing are mostly the Hollow Fall ones because I was like, I gotta do the crystal thingy, I gotta give the radiant, I gotta give the flame people the flame thingy.
You shall not pass. I'll have to check on that one. I felt like I was pretty good on meta achievements this expansion because I wanted my Tyven too, my robot Tyven.
Yeah, there's some weird ones in there that you might not have. Like, I think one of the ones is like in Spider area, like read a bunch of Spider books. So like things that you wouldn't do naturally.
Yeah, I definitely don't have that achievement. I just don't know what I haven't been tracking it. So I'll have to double check.
Well, luckily, we'll have the time since Midnights won't be coming out for forevers.
Gamescom is starting soon? Question mark. I think in 2 weeks.
I believe next. Ooh.
Well, it might start next week, but it might go on. I think the 15th of August is. I think that's the date. Is when they're going to. WoW is going to be at Gamescom, and they're going to drop the Midnight's expansion trailer, like the hot video that we're basically waiting for.
Do they normally release the expansion trailer at this time? There's hypothetically like still one more year of War Within.
I guess this is the first time that we're on this new timeline where they're moving things forward. Also, August 20th through the 24th is the time for Gamescom.
Even less than 3 weeks we're getting it. Ugh, I want it now. I want to know what we're dealing with. I'm so curious. But I guess they're probably doing that on purpose, so that way you have time to see how Manaforge Omega ends. Because undoubtedly, it's gonna be... I feel like, is Demensius gonna eat us? Are we gonna get eaten?
I have no faith in anything interesting happening. That's what I will say. I think we're going to beat him, and it's going to be things are pretty good. Because remember, fighting Dimensius isn't important. Whatever happens at the zoo with Matt Damon will determine what happens in Midnight.
I think something big is going to happen, a la sword sticking out of Azeroth, but I don't know that it'll be something that impacts the way that the game plays day to day, if that makes sense. Because, like, if you think about the fact that there's a giant fucking sword in Azeroth still doesn't affect us all day to day, which is weird, I think.
Dimensius is going to reach his big hand back and be like, I need some backup. And he's going to grab the sword and swing it at us in the Mythic Only phase. And then when we defeat him, he's like, well, I left a big hole for you. And then the zoo, we're gonna get on a big telescope and go, what's in that hole?
Just because we have a zoo doesn't actually mean anything. Because, think about this. The expansion city we're hanging out in is Tazavesh. Tazavesh is essentially a Dalaran that can float through space on its own accord. Maybe Dimensius says, I'll leave the zoo alone because I love animals and I'm going to go eat Azeroth because technically you're not on Azeroth, you're on Tazavesh Island in space.
So you're saying all of Azeroth is going to be Vord and we're just going to be confined to Tazavesh ship?
We will live on Tazavesh with the brokers. We get to get new broker or ethereal bodies and live happily ever after with our bandages.
Our Rishi Reps.
WoW said faction warfare is cringe. Now, racial differences even cringier. Everyone, you get to Horde, Alliance, out. It's broker or ethereal. Have fun.
Pick your side in the war, and the new war within. The war within yourself.
BFA? No, more like BVE. Brokers versus ethereal, sorry.
I was like, battle for E.
Battle
Challenge
for
everything.
E.
Speaking of, it's time for a top two, bottom boot, medium moot. I'll go first with the top two.
Toot, toot, toot.
Toot, 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 toot.
I feel like I did pretty well on my goal of doing mythic bosses. I was robbed at the finish line of getting to finish Gallywix, but ending 6 out of 8 is pretty swell.
Ending? Oh, I guess yeah, because it's Taz or what's it called is coming out next week, so they're done.
Well, yeah. So I filled in last week. We killed all the way up to One-Armed Bandit. Killed One-Armed Bandit. Then skipped Muggsy because that fight's really hard. And then I got to pull Mythic Gallywix like 6 times. We got into like 70%, doing pretty good. It was the end of the night. They were gonna close up shop and take a break for a week, but they did a vote, and we voted to do Gallywix this week. And so everybody was preparing, and then I was like, "Oh, let me watch a video for once and see what the hell's going on in this fight." Then some other raiders canceled, and they're like, "Actually, we just want to do it this week." And I'm like, "You fucks tricked me."
You were led on by the stinky rats.
But I'll take 6 out of 8. I got my Mr. Pick-Me-Up Mythic Healing Trinket. Didn't think I was ever going to get that. So that's pretty cool. That's going to go in I guess not my void storage. I guess I'll keep it in my bank. Yeah, I feel like got one of probably the highest rating I've gotten in keys. I mean, keys are just easier, so like that's kind of whatever. But it's so cool. Mythic. That's pretty cool. It's spent so much time rating in keys that I didn't do my Undermine rep. So it's a testament to how much content I was doing. Feeling good, man. Aaron, top 2, bottom boot, medium moot.
Well, I have a medium moot this week.
Schmoot.
Medium moot.
My medium moot starts partially with a top toot. I streamed my good friend Bloopert's Ascendance, and I fell in love with this stupid boy. I made him a naked dragon. He ain't got nothing, but he's a hunter, so he has a shotgun. But he is specifically Mark's, so he has no friends. It's just him and his gun. We were listening to a playlist called Songs That Are About Dragons on Spotify while I streamed. And gosh golly, if I didn't fall in love with this man. I love the concept of this Drakthir with his millennia of magical training, and he finds a gun, and he's like, you know what? This is what I'm all about.
That's very America of him.
Who needs fire magic when I've got the fire power that's strapped to my back? Except it's not, because he has wings, so you can't see anything he puts on him. But I loved it, and I had a great 3.5 hours. And then I looked, and I realized, oops, I was doing this to get the turtle shell backpack. You need to watch yourself on Twitch while you're doing that to earn the backpack. So I had exactly 0% for my efforts.
But you found a new main. It sounds like Bluebert's going to be bringing the gun magic to raid.
Maybe. It was I mean, granted, I'm just leveling, but it was a lot of fun. I did appreciate the power behind Marksman. I'm going to be back with Bluebert because I think I still have like another week for you guys to earn this thing. And then there's another one coming up. So there will be more Bluebert streams. Keep watching and you'll earn something. It's either a backpack or I think next week it's one of those little gummy bear guys that you can earn by watching me. But twitch.tv/AaronDNR. Do it.
I saw the gummy bear. I was like, oh God, it's standing up. It's standing up. Forgot about these.
But Immunization, give us your TT, your BB, or your MM.
Well, I got a top 2 to round us out here.
Top 2.
It was that I got my pretty cosmic dragon mount from my Mop Classic experience. I think it's really pretty. It's cool. It's in my favorites, which means like I won't see it, even though I don't have that many favorites, but like it hasn't shown up yet. I really don't get it. But, you know, I liked it, and I liked my experience in Mop Classic. I feel like I always, like, I don't always say this. I mean, I always say that I feel like I should spend a little bit more time in Classic, especially as it's gotten more recent. But I think that, like, Mop is definitely the one that is the closest to me, like, actually convincing me.
Well, you're right there. You're on the precipice.
I also forgot about, like, the Panda starting quest line, so it was nice to revisit it because I legitimately don't think that I have done it since we did it so long ago, honestly. So it was nostalgic.
Speaking of nostalgic, I'm nostalgic for the last time that I announced these $5 a month patrons. It was last week. These patrons include Ahoy Vince, Azarin, Digital Dave, asking Growlina to say, for the Horde. Miskit, the Orchid Orc. Mitch wants to remind everyone that Rathion isn't daddy, he's a literal child. Crucifix, Alternator, Saracen Hawk. Justin, give me back my PhD, Arcane. Remy.
Every time I hear Chiodos, I get a full boner. And I wanted to hop off the bike before I poked you in the back.
Kick Puncher, Baba Booey McGee, Sugar Bear.
Time is money, friend.
Dr. Foster, Grumpy Old Shaman, Jerome, Ollie, Adorno.
Today is fine day in California.
Huh?
Choose.
Losing the Patient, Gershom.
Literally, Roblox is too hard. Roblox is too...
Duff, the Horde Pooper Cooper, Calcus.
They took our jibs!
Cilantro, Alex A, Vanderlyle. Have a nice day! And Will, aka Tire, Trade Chat's fallen father.
You can join those patrons at patreon.com/do-not-relent. Subscribe and hear all about Rob the drummer, the barefooted menace, going across city to city, school to school, giving kids good influences.
Yeah, we can't call him a menace. My grandmother confirmed he did it for free.
Free Rob the drummer. Free him by paying him, please. He needs help. What about you guys? Where can I find you?
Well, you see, you can find me, Alex or Immunization, on Twitter at NewEraAlex or on Blue Sky at Immunization.
You can find me, Aaron the Human, at the Bigacheesy on Twitch.com, on Twitters.com rather, or you can watch me on Twitch at, I'm all flustered now, Aaron DNR, twitch.tv/AaronDNR. Blooper, I said it correctly before. Come on and watch.
Come on and bloop and shoot like bloop. And remember,
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network. representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.